Today I'm going to show you how to make a 2D side-scrolling shooting game. In this tutorial, you will learn how to control the player with the keyboard, press the spacebar to shoot, and create both melee and ranged enemy. Your goal is to defeat enemy with your gun while avoiding their attacks. And as your score increases, this game will gradually get harder. So, it becomes more challenging the longer you survive. Alright, let's start building it. Step 1. Making sprites. First of all, we start by making the background by clicking the bottom right button to choose a backdrop. I chose a forest as my background, but you can pick whatever you want. Next, go to choose a sprite and click paint. We will create 5 sprites. And now I'm drawing the player, and the melee enemy, the ranged enemy, the bullet, and the ranged enemy bullet. Make sure all the characters are facing left. And name each sprite correctly as you create it. You can follow my drawing, or you can redesign everything in your own style. Then we move to step 2, define the boundaries. I want the game to only happen within a certain range on the y-axis. So, I will make all characters only move between y equals 0 and y equals negative 160. To do this, I will create 2 variables called maxy and miny to define the movement boundaries. Then set maxy to 0 and set miny to negative 160. Now, we move to step 3, creating player movement. First, I drag the sprites apart so we can clearly see the player. Then, I click on the player sprites. I add a when green flag click block and set the player to point in direction 90 degrees so it faces the right side at the start. Then, I add a forever block. Because we want the controls to keep checking while the game is running, now we will create movement control using the W, S, A, and D keys so the player can move up, down, left, and right. I add an if block and use an AND operator. So, when the W key is pressed, and the Y position is less than max Y, it will change Y by 5, which stops the player from going past the top boundary. Then, I duplicate that block to make downward movement. Change W to S, change the condition to Y position greater than min Y, and change by negative Y. Next, I add another if block for left movement, so if the A key is pressed, change X by negative 5. Then, I duplicate it for right movement, change A to D, and change X by 5. Now, we add the shooting trigger, So if the space key is pressed, we broadcast spawn bullet. After that, I click the green flag to test the movement, and the player moves correctly, but it keeps facing right even when we move left, which looks a little bit weird. To fix this, I set the rotation style to left-right. Then inside the A key movement, I add point in direction -90, and inside the D key movement, I add point in direction 90. Now, when we test again, the player moves more naturally and face left when moving left, and face right when moving right. Thanks for watching part 1 of this tutorial, and in the next video, we will learn how to make the shooting mechanism and how to spawn the melee enemy. See you in the next video. Bye.